Okay, Wagwan people. Wagwan, we are live from the village right now. Thoughtbot's in the house. Yeah. Alright, how you doing, man? How you doing? Yeah, about to have annual, well, not even annual, monthly, our annual monthly movie nights. That's what we're about to have right now. Our annual monthly movie nights. And we're watching this right here. Pineapple Express. Yeah. If you have it, you can watch it along with. If you don't have it, well, just stay anyway because the chat would be fun. So yeah, we are live right now. How you doing, Thoughtbot? How's your day been? How's your day going? How's everybody? We'll start the movie in a moment or two. If you got it, line it up. Line it up on 0. I'm also watching the greatest Royal Rumble over on the WWE Network at the same time. I got the volume turned down on that though. To be honest, it's more of a really expensive house show. I think that's the way it was described. Doesn't seem to be too far from the truth. Not much interest in things. Not much interest in this happening. It's got its 50-man Royal Rumble, so I guess that's something. All right then. Let me switch over to this screen. Let me switch over to this screen so y'all can see what I can see. Well, not quite. I mean, let's move this out of the way. So you can see Seth Rogen's face. Not that it matters all that much. But yeah. For those who know already, you know the deal. But for those who don't know, yeah, I can't actually show the movie due to various copyright restrictions and so on and so forth. The audio is going to be turned down as well. So yeah, if you have it along, watch it with. But yeah, I should be able to show the subtitles. That's usually not an issue. So that's what I usually do. Just have the subtitles up. So I'm going to start the movie in a moment or two. So yeah, make sure you got it ready and I'll do a countdown. And from when we count down, we'll start the movie and we'll start watching Pineapple Express on our movie nights here. Movie is hour 46, just under an hour 47 minutes long. So it's just under 2 hours, a little bit under 2 hours. All right then, so are you ready? And on play, I'm going to count down from 3 and then say play. So on play. So 3, 2, 1, play. Alright, that kind of, oh, what the hell's just happened? Oh, flipping out. What's going on with this? There we go. No, son of a bit. Alright, sorry guys. Flipping out. Technical difficulties. Alright. For some reason it won't. Okay. Yeah. There we go. We're playing. Play now. Yeah, if you might be ahead of me, you might be behind me. It's all good. Dropping by to say hi. What up, Belgian Dan? How you doing? Big up, Belgian. You should do movie nights on Google Hangouts. You can stream the movie there just to friends without getting hit with copyright for future reference. Yeah, I'd rather not, to be honest. I'd still rather not because the thing is, I'm not trying to get away with it, if you know what I mean. That's not really what I'm trying to do. I mean, I do respect copyright laws, regardless of whether Google Hangouts picks it up or not. I'd still rather not. Yeah, and I appreciate the advice. And besides, Google Hangouts is just, I don't really like using it. I don't like using it. It's very limited. I'd rather use go through YouTube and use like like OBS and stuff like that. With Google Hangouts, you just go straight for your camera, and it's just, yeah, I don't really like it too much. But yeah, even still, I'd still rather not show the movie. Plus, it means I can't put it on the YouTube channel afterwards, and I'd rather have something there for people to watch afterwards. You know, for anybody who chooses to watch the streams afterwards, or you know, the video on demand. Once it's there, it's kind of like, But yeah, nah. Appreciate the offer. I appreciate the advice, but yeah, no, I'd rather not still. But yeah, you might be a few minutes. You might be a little bit ahead of me. You might be a little bit behind because I had a little issue here. But don't worry too much if you are. It's so good. So good.
Okay, Pilot Nine. When you think of your superiors, what emotions do you feel?
I was trying to get the volume just right. All right. So here we go. I watched this movie the other day, actually, maybe last week, actually, because I hadn't seen it for quite a while, and I wanted to have it a bit more fresh in my mind and going into the movie night today. So I did watch this movie just the other day, just about a week ago. Well, less than a week ago, actually. It was on a Sunday. And I gotta be honest, it's maybe not as funny as I remember it. Like, I don't know, maybe I was tired at the time or whatever. No, sometimes that affects how you feel. But I don't know, I remember this movie being really, really funny, and I was watching it again. I was like, I'm not sure this is as funny as I remember it, you know. So I don't know. Does anyone else feel like that with movies, whether this movie or any other movie? It's a nice watch along, but it makes me wonder if you can set this live stream up to where you can have a group of people on Discord talking about the movie while we're watching it this way. That is possible to do, actually. In fact, that's something that we could do maybe for the next time. Have like, because on the Discord you do have you know, the chat rooms. So yeah, there could be something that we do, actually. Just have a few people talking about the movie while we're all watching along. I mean, while being broadcasted, sort of. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think that is a good idea, actually. Might have to do that maybe the next time or the one after, but yeah. Me thinks it is something that should be done. Appreciate that, Danny. Appreciate that. Okay, that's the ad playing on thing. Yeah, I had some issues with my iTunes because I downloaded a different iTunes. Apparently, to uninstall one iTunes for it to run, and I haven't installed it yet. I just didn't want to do it right before the stream because I thought, you know, it's going to take too long. You're very welcome, man. Appreciate it, man.
Hi, I'm Aurora, and you're listening to Queen on Spotify.
Yeah, I've got Spotify on right now. Spotify playing NCS music.
Hi there. Are you Sam Dammy? Yeah. Well, I am Guard from Global Saviors, and
Got Spotify playing. Anybody else use Spotify? Because apparently Spotify are changing some things around. More to do with their mobile app rather than the desktop app, though. But apparently they're changing some things around. Anybody use Spotify though? Is it worth paying more attention to? Because I've had a Spotify account for a long time, but I've never really. I mean, I've used it a little bit, I guess, but I've never really got into using it in any kind of great way. And I certainly never paid for their main service, so. I don't know, man. Is any Spotify users here, any premium members of Spotify that can vouch for it? So, Danny, how's the videos going? I've seen a few of the random gamer moments you've been putting up. Very random indeed. Excuse me. Working on them. Had to take a break yesterday. Okay. Had to take a break. Well, what made you take a break yesterday? What happened? Is it hopefully nothing too serious? Yeah, but I tried to excuse me. Yeah, the latest one was from an old recording where Ducky was glitched out of the game. Yeah. Was that on PC you were playing on, Dan? I'm guessing it was. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can get glitches on consoles, of course, but the really random, weird ass glitches tend to mostly be on PC. I'm too serious. I just wasn't feeling good enough. Stomach burned. Yeah, PC. I was glad it's nothing too serious. Back on the meds. That helped with that. By the way, cool. Yeah, it's yeah, that's difficult because I think it's, you know, when you're trying to do something. When you're trying to, do something that you enjoy doing, and then you get sick, and you have to kind of decide whether you can still do it or not. And if it's a case where, and I think especially when you're recording, because I think when you're recording stuff, you want to have a certain energy about you. You know what I mean? Like you want to have a certain sort of a drive about you, and when it's not there because you're sick, then it's like you have to make a decision where it's like, maybe it's not the best time to record, because when you're recording, because you have to remember, you put it up and that's going to exist potentially forever, right? So ideally you want it to be as good as you can get it. And I know, we talked about that sort of thing, and of course there's limits, but because you have to put out something, but yeah, when it's like, okay, like I'm sick now, I'm just not feeling it now, then it's like, okay, yeah, let me take a little rest, get myself better, and then come back to it. But yeah, just completed my first week at the new job. So that's going okay so far. So far so good. I wouldn't say I haven't had any issues in terms of the job itself. I feel like the job's been pretty much what I expected it to be. It's not a glamorous job certainly, but it's been pretty much what I expected it to be. So haven't had any issues with the actual job itself, but sometimes you meet someone and there's kind of a personality clash of sorts. You know what I mean? Where it's like, can I be around this person? Is this going to be a problem? You know what I mean? But I think it's okay. I know what you mean. Cool, yeah. Recorded sick before. Held like a pale ghost in some of my recordings, but yesterday I was like, nope. I guess it depends on how sick you are. Like if it's like a slight sore throat, then maybe. Or if you're like you're not feeling well, but you kind of looking in the mirror and think, okay, well I could walk it off, or I could power through it, and okay, cool. But yeah, there are times where where you're just like, you know what, it's just not happening. You're just too much pain. Your head's not there. Yeah. where you're just shivering too much or whatever it may be. It's like there's a point where it's just too much. And you have to be like, you know what? No. But yeah, I mean, it's like that sometimes. It's like, because I mean, the person in question is not a bad guy. I mean, I think it's fair to say we do get along for the most part, but it's just certain things where it's just like, really, you know. But I guess it's one of these things where I have to put my own philosophies to the test as well, because I try to be about, you know, staying positive and, you know, kind of ignoring the bullshit and not getting involved with all the kind of nonsense and drama and that kind of stuff. So I guess it's putting that to the test a little bit as well, where it's like, okay, if I'm saying that, then I gotta live it, right? I gotta do that. I can't just say it and then, you know, when it happens, you know, I'm letting it you know, mess me up. It's like, nah, I gotta practice what you preach, as they say. Yeah, no major problem. Well, hopefully not anyway. Exactly, indeed, exactly. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the job's it's okay. I mean, it's not a glamorous job. It's mostly going into apartments and clearing them out. They have like it's a council, a housing association. So what they do is that when one tenant no longer needs the apartment, before they give it to somebody else, they might have to clear out a lot of the stuff. So like old furniture, broken stuff. Sometimes need to fix things as well, but another team does the fixing. But yeah, we go in, we clear out all the stuff, you know, take it to the junkyard, dump it. Sometimes you find some stuff where it's like, actually, I wouldn't mind keeping that. And it's like, okay. As they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure, right? So it was like today I went to this place and there's like all these like painting equipment, like rollers and, you know, trays and stuff like that, brushes. And I don't do a lot of painting, you know, I'm not big into DIY and stuff like that, but I'm thinking, oh, look, this was brand new stuff. Like the paint brushes were brand new rollers, they hadn't been used, the paint brushes hadn't been used. So I was thinking, you know what, I mean, if they don't want it, do you know what I mean? If this is all being thrown out, I mean, it's like, you know, the only things I forgot it in the van. That's the only things. Like it was in the van. But technically, I didn't forget about it. I did, but it was in the van. And then just by the time I remembered it, yeah, it was like I'd already gone home. So it's like, okay, maybe get up Monday or something. But if the other guy hasn't taken it for himself, then yeah, just get up Monday. But yeah, man, it's like if you find something, it's like, okay, you know what? It's in good condition. I can make use of this somehow. You know what I mean? So that's a pretty cool thing. I'm hoping I could go into somebody's apartment and find like an Xbox One that they don't want anymore. That'd be awesome, right? How awesome would that be? You know, like, yeah, we got this brand new Xbox One we never used, but we don't want it anymore. So, yep, I'll take that. Trust me, that would not get forgotten in that would not get left in the van. that would definitely not get left in the van. That would be like, you know what? If I have to run back after the guy and chase him down to get it out the van again, then yeah, that'd have to happen. But yeah, so far so good. So far so good. Part of the job involves cleaning as well, but we haven't really had to do any cleaning yet. Mainly because we don't have the full cleaning equipment yet. But I think from next week sometime they probably have that delivered, and then we might have to go back to some places to clean them out, which I don't mind. I've done cleaning jobs before, so I don't have a problem with that. Yo, Rafe Gomez, how you doing? Just joined. Appreciate you coming through, Rafe. Big up, big up, big up. Yeah, we're just watching Pineapple Express. Pineapple Express on today's movie nights. How you doing, Rafe? How's your day going? How's your day been?
I work for a company that's like hired by lawyers to like hand out legal
Back to recording later, all. Alright, appreciate you coming through, Danny. Big up for that. Big up. Brah, brah, brah. Till next time. Peace out, Dan. Peace. Yeah, man. To all the talkers and the stalkers, I appreciate you all. Appreciate you coming through. Today we're watching Pineapple Express. Tomorrow, God willing, as long as all goes to plan, no issues arise. But tomorrow, it's Avengers Infinity War for me. I can't wait. Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait, man. Yeah. I've got the cinema tickets booked. And I've got the good ones as well. Going for the, that's what I'm going for. I'm starving. Ah, you gotta eat something, man. Put something in your belly. Put something in your belly. But yeah, I've got the good things. So here's what I'm doing. I got the gallery. The gallery is where like you pay extra for that. Well, yeah, you pay extra for everything really. But the gallery is like before the movie. There's like this lobby, and you can get like food and drinks or whatever you want. And also you can eat as much as you want. So you can have as much nachos as you want, as much drinks as you want. It is just like, it's all you could eat, pretty much. That's the gallery, it's all you could eat. And not only that, is that when you go to the cinema, they've got like the big leather seats, big comfortable leather seats you can sit on. And then 3D IMAX. That's how we're doing this. 3D IMAX. To be honest, I don't care too much for 3D, but you know. if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna do something, then do it all out. You know what I mean? If you're gonna go all out, and go all out. So yeah, 3D IMAX on the gallery. Avengers. Ooh, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I watched Thor actually. I watched Thor as well. Thor Ragnarok. That's the only MCU movie that I hadn't seen. Thor Ragnarok, and I watched that on Sunday just gone, so I'm all caught up on the MCU movies. To be honest, some of them I've watched a long time ago, and I've probably forgotten a little bits about them. But yeah, I think I'm okay. I think, to be honest, I mean, I know people say that there's a set of like sort of 8 to 10 movies. Okay, I think there might have been an issue. We good? There might have been an issue. Are we good? Let me just check something real quick. I think we're good. Don't think it disconnected too long. I think we're good, but yeah, there might be a little bit of interruption right there. It looks like we're okay at the moment. Okay, now the movie's starting. Holding on to. But yeah, no, tomorrow, man, I can't wait, man, can't wait. Also, I decided since I'm watching Infinity Wars tomorrow. Tomorrow's my cheat day as well, so I've been eating healthy, like proper healthy. You know, like a low fat, low sugar, low salt.
Hey guys, this is Cedric Gervais.
Low fat, low sugar, low salt for the past like 3 or 4 weeks now. I think it's been a few weeks at least. So yeah, I've been eating healthy. And I plan to continue doing that. I plan to continue eating healthy. But yeah, tomorrow's my cheat day. It's like, you know what, Infinity Wars, Gallery, yeah, I'm not gonna eat healthy tomorrow. It's it's just not happening. But here's the thing: since I started eating healthy, I've been exercising regular as well. And to be fair, my diet has never been completely abysmal. It's always been reasonably okay, but certainly over in recent months, it's maybe gotten a little bit worse than it should have. I should have let it go. Well, yeah, it's gotten a bit better in the last few months. But yeah, in the last few weeks as well, I said, you know what, I need to, especially on the sugar, cut way down on the sugar. And the thing is, I don't eat a lot of sweets and stuff, like sweeties. But I guess I've been having quite a lot of cakes and donuts in recent months, so that's been doing it. But yeah, and I have to cut way down on the sugar, salt, and saturated fats. Along with just regular exercising, like sticking to just 3 days a week, then regular exercises, cardio, push-ups, pull-ups, you know, lots of sort of compound exercises as well. I've actually ended up losing nearly a stone. That's about 14 pounds for my American friends. Nearly, it's not exactly 14 pounds. It's maybe about probably about 10, 12 pounds, between 10 and 12 pounds. So yeah, nearly a whole stone that I've lost just from cutting down on sugar and sugar, saturated fat, and salt, and exercising 3 times a week. So yeah, that was the extra fat I was carrying around. Nearly a whole stone. I still got a little bit more actually. That's not all the fat gone. Let's say a little bit more there. Still a little bit more there. So yeah, I do want to continue doing the healthy stuff, but not tomorrow. Not tomorrow. And that's the thing. That's one of the problems I've had before when I've tried sort of healthy eating diets before, where I never really planned it out properly, and essentially I was just failing it. So what I'm doing now is planning out when specifically I get to eat certain foods, and if I know that I got that, then it's like, okay, cool. It helps to keep it all to the side for a while, and then it's like, okay, that's the day that I'll do it. And then every other day is like, okay, cool, just eat normally. So after this, the next one is the 4th of July. So I've got tomorrow's my one cheat day. It's back to healthy eating again. And the next one is the 4th of July. And then after that, it's probably not going to be till the period between Christmas and New Year's. That's the current thinking. I may do another one in between, because how I'm feeling. But yeah, we'll see, we'll see. Yo, Mooey, how you doing? Yo, this is James. I started my own channel, and that's my name. How you doing, James? Big up for coming through, James. Noblet, that's what I'm trying to remember the name. Yeah, James Noblet, right? How you doing, James? Okay, so Mooey, was I saying that right? Mooey? Am I saying that right? Mooey? Is it? It's your YouTube channel? Okay. What kind of stuff do you post on your YouTube channel? Oh, excuse me. Saints Row. Cool. Well, for those of you who are into Saints Row, maybe check out Mooey's channel. Check out Mooey's channel and see if he has got some stuff that you might be interested in. Why Saints Row though? I mean, that seems like an odd game to choose to have a channel based around. Well, I mean, nothing wrong with being a fan of it. I'm not saying that, but usually people pick like the super popular games, or that sort of thing, or the online games. So why Saints Row? I mean, I guess you're a fan of the Saints Row games, but what is it about Saints Row that made you want to have a whole channel dedicated to it? Where do I go? Where do I go from here? These guys got drug dealers chasing them. And that ain't nice. That ain't nice at all. So I was talking the other day about changes that I plan on making, and I do still intend on making some changes in terms of the content and where the content goes. I've got some videos coming up over on the comedy channel in regards to those changes. One of the changes I talked about though was potentially moving the live streams over to the Bandit Haze channel as well. Now, my current way of thinking is that I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm going to move the live streams over to the Bandit Haze channel. That being said, I do want to have live streams on the Bandit Haze channel. It just won't be these style of gaming live streams. So I've got some ideas of other types of live streams I can do, but yeah, no, it won't be these, at least not now anyway. Yo, Tyree Styles P1, the phenomenal one, how you doing? What's up? The story, the game starts off, Julius picks you up after a rival gang trying to kill you for no reason. Then that's the end of the game. All the lieutenants try to kill you in a big explosion. Oof. What happened? What, did somebody punch you in the stomach? Oof. That's the sound that you make. Well, it's the sound that I make anyway. What's up? Oof, oof, oof. Okay, maybe it's a thing I just don't understand then. It's this new kind of slang that I'm just not getting. Hey Tyrese, have you been watching the Greatest Royal Rumble? Did you see AJ Styles versus Nakamura? Have you listened to the music I gave you? Oh, was that the what was it? I forgot what they called, but there was a 1950s band, the 40s, 50s, 60s band. What they call it again? I did listen to that actually. What they call it again? I did listen to it. I just can't remember what they call right now. I did listen to it though. I did listen to it. It was like the 40s band. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, well, he lost. No, he won. He won. The Greatest Royal Rumble, honestly, it's not that interesting. I've been watching it on the live stream on the network, and I mean it's okay. There's been some okay matches, I guess, but I guess nobody expected any like major story changes, and yeah, that's pretty much what it's been so far. There's nothing really. Everything's staying exactly the same. It's just a massive money spend for whatever reason. I don't know. which then leads to Saints Row 2, the best of the series. We escape the prison island and take over all the territories. Then we go after a corporation called Ultor, which then a guy named Dane Vogel. Nah, Edge House didn't lose. He didn't lose. He still won. He won. But yeah, great run, but I don't think anybody's going to remember this event all that much late in the future, because nothing's really happening as far as, well, not as far as the story goes anyway. It's kind of like, whatever. Manfred Mann, that was it. Yeah, that was it. Manfred Mann. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do a day dee dee dum dee doo. There she goes, walking down the street, singing. Do a day dee dee dum dee doo. That was the music you sent, right? If you sent me something else, then sorry. But that's what I listened to anyway, Manfred Mann. I feel like that was, I'm sure that was the one you sent. If you sent something else, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. You should listen to Spirits in the Night, one of his latest pieces. Spirits in the Night. Was that the name of the band? Spirits in the Night. Sounds like an alcoholic, to be honest. Oh, Spirits in the Night. That's the name of the song by Manfred Mann. Okay, okay. Manfred Mann's Earth Band. So anybody else planning on seeing Avengers? Or has anybody seen Avengers already? Avengers Infinity War. Basically, that's why I love Saints Row. The story is so much more serious than GTA until Saints Row the 3rd, and my profile pic is basically a beta cover for Saints Row. Okay. Would you say the Saints Row series is your favorite game series? Of all the game series that you play, the Saints Row your favorite game series? Saints Row number 1. Yes, of all time, it's so quirky. It's huge. it has huge, but that's what makes it so fun. Yeah, I played I played a couple of Saints Row games. I didn't complete them, but I think I've got 2, 3, 4, and Get Out of Hell on Steam, and I've played a couple of them, but yeah, never really got into those games in the end. I mean, they seemed like they were fun for a while, but yeah. It goes back to the days of Pong, Pac-Man, a game made to be fun. I don't know if that's. I mean, I don't know if that's lost in gaming. You know, it's. I think there are certainly some gamers out there that seem to have forgotten that, but I don't think that's something that's lost in gaming. I know there's. You know, games. There's quite a lot of games that have the emphasis on just being enjoyable and not necessarily trying to be deep or, you know, multi-layered. And don't get me wrong, nothing wrong with games being deep and multi-layered and, you know, that whole thing. You know, that is definitely a valid part of any art form. But the idea of a game just being fun without necessarily trying to make any kind of, you know, political or social point. Yeah, that still exists. That's still around.
There are 30 million songs on Spotify. 30 million songs. Some are real big hits. Some are really not.
Man.
All songs were not created equal. Play the songs you love. Skip the ones you don't.
Hey.
Get a free 30-day trial of Preview.
Play Saints Row 1 and 2. You will find it's in CX for £1 if you have a 360. I don't have a 360. Maybe I'll find one on my job, but I don't have one.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide.
Shame I don't have one, so I can play all Saints Row games. What are you playing them on? PC or PS, PlayStation, or what are you playing them on? Ba, ba, ba. Oh, excuse me, man. Damn, man. Oh, boy. $360, I don't. Okay, so you got a $360, you don't have an Xbox One. Okay. Okay. Okay, so wait, it was the last. What was the last? What was the last Saints Row game? I'm sure that was a while ago. What was the last? Because the last one was like Saints Row 4, right? Yeah, Saints Row 4, and that was back in 2013. And what was that on? That was on that's on 360. I thought so. Yeah, you can get Saints Row 4 on 360, so you can play all the Saints Row games if you got a 360. So I think the first one, Saints Row. That's all. Yeah, they're all on 360. So you can get them on 360. So Saints Row's on 360. Saints Row 2. It's on 360. Saints Row the Third. Yeah, 360. And then yeah, Gas House of Hell. So yeah, you can play all the Saints Row games. Should you choose to. Oh man, damn. I did have a nap today, so I shouldn't be this tired. Shouldn't be. You got a thing. I think because they turned Saints Row into a sci-fi game, they lost most of their fans, so the series is dead apart from the Saints Row Discord server and YouTube channels. Alright, so is there a big Saints Row community on YouTube? Maybe they're gonna make a spin-off to Saints Row called Devil's Avenue. But also Saints Row always been a bit sort of wild though. I mean, to be fair, I don't play it a great deal, but it seems to me that it's always been a bit sort of out there, hasn't it? Yes, look up Flippy if you want to join a server. He runs the Saints Row server, Mr. Saints Godzilla RPG gameplay. They're just the big ones. Nice. And I think I'll pass on that, to be honest. I'm not sure I'd have much to contribute to a Saints Row server on Discord. I think I'd have probably less than nothing, in fact. My Saints Row knowledge is exceptionally limited. I don't know, maybe I'll try him out, try him again. One of these days, try and play them. Yo, Mr. Crofts, what up, homie? How you doing? How you doing? The story is Volition. The guys who make the game said they quit because they could not get their games crazy enough. Well, the crazier they make it, the better, right? But how's your day going? How's your day been, Mr. Croft? What up, homie? Lara Croft stepbrother. Shadow of the Tomb Raider out in September. I just got an email saying I can get a discount on a pre-order for that game. I'm not sure I want to take it though, because it's still pretty expensive even with the discount. I just realized they shut down my Steel port. I can't wait. Yeah, it's only a few months away. What do you mean they shut down your Steel port? What's a Steel port? Okay, collector's edition. If you're gonna get collector's edition, get it from a shop. Don't get it from like, you know, those online things where you buy a collector's edition download. It's such a waste of time. But if you buy it from a shop, you might get a statue with it and some other cool actual items with it. Apparently, Shadow of the Tomb Raider is set in the jungles. Lara Croft is out in the jungles now. Jungles. Jungles. Young hoes, jungles. Oh man. Oh, good. Damn it, man. Oh. I did have a nap today. I should not be this tired. Oh. I made sure I had a nap today. I sound like an old man, don't I? I made sure I had my nap today. I sound like a proper old man. But the thing is, I'm up at 5 a.m. I'm at work. And finished early today, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it's still quite early time to be up. Anyway, so, but yeah, I try to have a nap so that if I'm doing like a live stream or something in the evening, you know, try having a nap so I could be more refreshed. But boy, it's not working today, man. It's not working at all. Jung holes. In my opinion, it got ridiculous. Johnny Gat, who was a big part of the gang, in the end, he was running around hell, killing Satan, and most of the 3 and 4 community has gone. Shows how dedicated they are to the game. I'm kind of sad now because Saints Row is not the good old game. I kind of liked SR3 because it was kind of over the limits, but it was still good. But SR4 is, well, I don't try to say that it's bad, but it's a shame to the franchise. Yeah, I think Moe was saying it's just the same thing. Apparently Saints Row 4 is the one that went sci-fi, or maybe a little bit too sci-fi. It's pronounced as moo. Okay, mooey. What did I say? Moey. Mooey. Okay. Mooey. Like a cow moo. 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 Yep, and we expected SR5. That was better, and what we got? What do we get? A really crappy game, Agents of Mayhem. In my opinion, it's just like SR4 and Guidance DLC. No other characters. We want SR5. The game that connects to the G. We get to the classics rather. Sorry. Right. Ugh. If you tired, go rest now. Yeah, no, I'll go rest soon. I'll go rest soon. But
okay, Google, can you play the great big celebration?
This is really important. It is. It really is. No doubt about it.
Perfect. Thanks, Google.
No doubt about it. But yeah.
You can listen to Spotify.
No, we're committed to this. Now it's not too long to go now. It's maybe about, I think about another 40 something minutes to go.
Pick it up while you cook. Get lit when you get fit.
Ish. Maybe a little bit more. But that's all good. I'll stick it out. Stick it out. I'll stick it out. Boy. We're having fun. We're having fun. We having fun. Oh, anybody playing God of War, by the way? I've been playing God of War. See, some of you guys know that. Anybody else been playing God of War? Yes, I mean, I love fighting against the stag in that game, but was bored halfway through. You had activities to get respect, but to play missions, they turns activities into missions. The best view. I hate ads. Missions in the game are near the end, and yeah, I think with ads, I think most people don't necessarily like adverts, but then it's kind of like a necessary evil to a degree, isn't it? You know, without the adverts, then, well, we wouldn't have what we have here, what we do in YouTube. This is all funded by advertising money. So, yeah, as much as well, how are people gonna get dollars? Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing. It's like there's only really two options. You either give a service to people for free, and then run ads to pay for to fund the service, or you charge people for the service. You know, there's pretty much the only two options, really, isn't it? Either you charge people or you run adverts. Some people do both. Some places do both. They will charge you for the service and they'll still run adverts. But for the most part, you're either charging for a service or you're running adverts. That's how it usually goes in most places. I can't play XSI. I hate Sony. Personally, they make lots of exclusives and fans begged, so what is this? Okay. Where am I? Because I can't play XS. I hate Sony. Personally, they make lots of exclusives and fans begged, so ROTTR. What's ROTTR? Was released on PlayStation 4 2. The game was meant to be an Xbox One exclusive. We don't get God of War on Xbox. Only Xbox fellas here. Well, you have to listen to Cream by Wu-Tang. Oh, Cream, cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. That one you're talking about. Rise of the Tomb Raider. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it was originally an Xbox exclusive, well, Xbox and PC exclusive, and then eventually came to the PlayStation 4. Yeah. But you get some good exclusives on Xbox, right? I think. I mean, I haven't really been paying attention to it, to be honest, but I think you've got some good exclusives there, right? I don't mean the stuff they make, but they just make so many exclusives and they don't release Xbox. Well, yeah, well, Sony won't do that. Yeah, like Halo. Okay, so you got Halo. Halo's alright. I mean, I only ever played Halo 1 and 2. I've never played the rest of the Halo games, but Halo 1 and 2 were okay. Halo, I mean, Halo I thought was just okay. Halo 2 I liked a bit better. But yeah, I never played the rest of the Halo games. But yeah, seems to be doing okay. What else has Xbox got? What other exclusives has Xbox got? The Saints Row 1 soundtrack was built off of the album Enter Wu-Tang 50 Chambers. Okay. And Gears of... Oh, yeah, Gears of War is an exclusive. Well, I mean, not... If you count PC. If you don't count PC, then it's an exclusive. Or the last one, at least, anyway. Gears of War 4. That was PC and Xbox. Yeah, but exclusive. It was Zerp FM. Zerp. What's the Zerp? Zerp. I'm not ready for exclusives. I'm here for Saints Row. All about that road, man. Well, yeah. Saints Row 1 radio. That's probably a thing, actually, isn't it? That's probably an internet radio station called just that. Imagine there's almost certainly one for GTA. You know, like I can imagine there's, if I search Spotify, I could probably find, you know, Saints Row radio or something. Saints Row playlist or something like that. Yeah, there is. Let's talk about that then. What the Saints Row songs? What songs they got? I don't remember what songs they were playing. They had on the radio. If your system that you make does not have Saints Row, I'm not buying. Gotta have the row, man. Gotta have the row. Well, I'm really tired, so I'll go to bed. Have a good one, man. Alright, Mr. Croft, big up for coming through. Appreciate that, homie. Gotta get a rest. Make sure you're free. Make sure you're proper fresh for them tomb raiding. For that scavenging. Tired AF. Oh, getting chased, man. His foot through the windscreen. that we gonna learn today. They were nowhere near as good as in Saints Row 3, 4. Get out of hell. Does not even have radio. It's Saints Row 1 with Scissor and Saints Row 2 with Curb FM. Really good music. There is other stations, but Saints Row doesn't feel right without hip hop. Hip hop, Holiday Inn. I'll probably say the same thing about GTA. Actually, I feel like if they ever took out the hip hop, then it just wouldn't be the same. I mean, of course, it wouldn't be the same. Not that much is obvious, but you know, it would feel like a key part of it is missing. I think, you know. I feel the same with the rock and roll as well. Like, you know, I feel like the rock and roll hip hop, if we took that out of the GTA games, that would still be a good game, I'm sure. But it would just, I think it would feel like, you know, something's not quite right. The Great Kali. GTA for me is a bit different. I listen to rock. In Saints Row, I listen to hip hop. I listen to rock. In Saints Row, I listen to hip hop because it has more that feel. Saints Row, on the other hand, has a more 90s rap video feel. Or the first two. 90s rap, so like Tupac, Biggie Smalls, Mobb Deep, Nas. Who else? Exhibit, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, Eminem actually, as well. Technically a I mean he is a 90s. He was a 90s rapper. He didn't get big until like late 90s, and that's when everybody knew about him. But yeah, he was around in the 90s. He was still doing his thing. Craig Mack, yeah. The Loonies, no, was Loonies? No, were they 90s? Were they a bit later on? Flavor in your ear, Flavor Flav #1, Public Enemy no, Flavor Flav is the one, Public Enemy #1. That was more 80s, though, to be fair, but still. What else we got? Like. So as we try to think of them, like it just your mind just goes blank. Let me see here. 90s hip hop artists. Do a Google for that. 90s hip hop artists. Oh, Salt and Pepper, of course. Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg. Yeah, some of these guys are still around. Wu-Tang, De La Soul. Oh, De La Soul. NWA, yeah, Beastie Boys, we got it going on. Tribe Called Quest, Death Row Records, Bad Boy Records, Puffy, yeah, Puff Daddy, Suge Knight, Run DMC, It Takes Two. It Takes Two, baby. Outcast, Gangstar, Method Man, yeah. Naughty by Nature, Eric B. and Rakim, Cypress Hill, ooh. Insane in the Membrane. Far Side, Diggable Planets. The Fugees, Big Pun. Bones Thugs and Harmony. EPMD, Ghetto Boys, Heavy D. Digital Underground. That was Tupac's band, wasn't it? Tupac was in a rap group before he went solo, but yeah, I think it was Digital Underground, wasn't it? Alright, Pete Rock, CL Smooth, same song. Oh, It Takes It, okay. The Roots, Boogie Down Productions, 50 Cent. Yeah, 50 Cent didn't get big till maybe 2000s, but yeah, I guess he would have been around in the 90s as well. Brand Nubian, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, of course. He's the DJ, I'm the rapper. Native Tongues, Black Sheep, Goody Mob, Arrested Development, yeah, Jizza. UGK, Main Source, Souls of Mischief, Jungle Brothers, House of Pain, jump around, jump up and get down. So I can just kill a man. Real motherfucking G, yeah, Easy E, yeah, Easy E. Sugar Hill Gang, Leaders of the New School, House of that's better. Daz Effects, Poor Righteous, TLC. It's basically defined hip hop, but yeah, TLC and third best. That's the last one I got listed. That's the last one I got listed here, but yeah, there's plenty more. Man, kind of a trip down memory lane. The thing is, I wasn't really listening to a lot of hip hop back in the 90s. I didn't really start listening to hip hop till maybe late 90s, ish, sort of 97, 98 or so. I started listening to hip hop. So yeah. I kind of think of myself as like missing a lot of hip hop, but then I'm looking back at this list and I'm thinking, damn, actually, there's quite a lot of bands that I remember, and not just bands that I listen, and not just like, okay, the stuff that I heard in the sort of late 90s, but stuff that I can remember like hearing throughout and just listening to. So I don't know, maybe I was listening to it more than I realized before then. Maybe.
There are 30 million songs on Spotify. 30 million songs. Some are real big hits. Some are really not. All songs were not created equal. Play the songs you love. Skip the ones you don't. Get a free 30-day trial of Premium. Skip whatever. We won't take it personally. So try Premium and start skipping. Tap the banner now to find out more.
Slick Rick behind bars. Oh yeah, Slick Rick, yeah. Man, that was a whole like East Coast, West Coast thing as well going on at the time. The whole East Coast, West Coast beef. Tupac and Biggie at the forefront of it. Just a friend. Oh, Bismarcky, yeah. I don't care too much for money, cause money don't buy you love. It can't buy you love. Money can't buy you love. It can't buy you love. Money can't buy you love. Two steps forward, two steps back. I don't think I remember that one, unless you're talking about Paula Abdul song. You take 2 steps forward, I take 2 steps back. We go together like opposites attract, and you know it ain't fiction, it's a matter of fact. We go together like opposites attract. Who'd have thought we would be lovers? I sent this G, and you still the covers. I like to Paula Abdul, man. Back in the day, man. I mean, she's cool now, but back in the day when she was a singer, like people, I don't think too many people realize that Paula Abdul had a pretty successful singing career back in like the 80s, 90s. But yeah, that was one of her songs, Opposites Attract, that she did. Had a little rap section with it, in it. Had a little rap section in it. I got 5 on it. Oh, that's not what you're saying. I got 5 on Return of the Mac. Oh, Return of the Mac. That was Mark Morrison, was it? Return of the Mac. Here it is. Return of the Mac. I think it was he was trying to say. I got 5 on it and Return of the Mac. Okay. I got 5 on it. I got 4 more than I need. I got 5 on it. I remember this one. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had rabbit and. Oh, and of course, if we're talking about 90s hip hop, you know we gotta mention possibly the king of 90s hip hop. You know, the original, the one and only. Doom 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 ding. Doom 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 ding. Doom 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 ding. Doom 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 doom. Ice ice baby. Doom 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 doom. Ice ice baby. Doom 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 doom. All right, stop. Corroborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly, flows like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow to the extreme. I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up the stage, I rock a chump like a chant. Ah, man, I messed it up. Ah, Vanilla Ice, man. Light up the stage, I wax a chump like a candle. Dance, I rush the speakers like booms. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom. Deadly, when I play a dope melody. Anything less than the best is a felony. Love it, I leave it, you better gang way. You better hold on or the kids don't play. If you got a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out a hook when my DJ revolves it. Ice, ice, baby. Doom, doom. Oh, man, that tune. That was a tune, blood, bro. I mean, I know people don't like Vanilla Ice now. I know that, but whatever, man. Vanilla Ice, back in the day, back when that tune came out, it was hot. That tune was hot. Boy, man, it just dominated the charts, man. Proper dominated the charts. I don't even know what happened, like, because it seemed like everybody loved Vanilla Ice, and then all of a sudden, they don't like him no more. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I think it was something to do with like he lied about something or I can't remember. I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, man, it's like it just seems like 1 minute everybody loves him, then all of a sudden they don't. But boy, that's one of my favorite songs till this day. I ain't even gonna pretend otherwise. My music tastes are very double. Yes, no, mine too. Well, I like to think they are anyway. I like to think they are. I listen to a lot of different stuff, you know, the hip hop, rock and roll, heavy metal, jazz, classical, old school, boogie woogie. Yeah, I listen to a lot of different stuff. Jungle. Remember Jungle back in the day? Dance, EDM. Yeah, that's quite varied. I hate most modern rap apart from that girl you suggested to me. Too much voice synthesizer. Okay, so Little Sims. Yeah, Little Sims. Yeah, I think a lot of music these days generally has a lot of voice synthesizer and you know, auto tuning and that sort of thing. You know, I think a lot of songs just do that. At least that I'm hearing anyway. I mean, not every song, but there's quite a few that I hear that it's, at least it sounds to me like they're using some kind of voice tuning or voice correction. And sometimes, you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing, to be fair. Not necessarily a bad thing, but yeah, it can be overdone. Second season of Stranger Things, nice. What'd you think of it, Thoughtbot? Any other Stranger Things fans in here, by the way? But yeah, what'd you think of season number 2? Loved it, yeah. No, I really enjoyed second season. Yeah, I preferred it to the first season, but only because it built, not because it's necessarily better than the first season, but it's more that it did what the first season did, but it really made, I don't even know if I explain it properly, but I'm trying to say that I think the second season is good because the first season is good. That's what I'm really trying to say. I think the second season is great because the first season is good, you know, and it builds off of the first season. And I think without the first season, I mean, if you hadn't watched the first season, then the second season might not make, I mean, it would make sense, I'm sure, but it wouldn't necessarily be what it is. So I think it's good, it's great because the first season is good, is what I really want to try and say. But anyway, yeah, they're all good, they're all good. Ending with 11 gave me chills. How did it end again? I actually don't remember. Refresh my memory if you don't mind, please. I was putting a psych ward for a month. They did lots of tests. I mean, for bipolar, nowhere near as bad as 11 went through. But still felt like I knew what she went through. Okay. Relatable, huh? Yeah, 11 went through some things. I'm talking about when she closed the portal and it lifted her off feet using her oh yeah, I remember now. I'll tell you one thing that kind of bugs me a little bit about season 2. The girl that was 11's, you know, sister, right? When they introduced her to the show, they introduced her like she was going to be like a really important big character, right? And then it turned out, yeah, number 8, yeah. Right, yeah, she just wasn't in it enough. I was like, because they introduced her like she's supposed to be like a really important big character, and then she disappears for like I don't know how many episodes. They finally bring her back, and then they got an episode with her in 11, and they did their thing. But then she goes away, and I think she's literally just in 2 episodes, maybe 3. I think she might appear at the end of 1 episode, and then she has a whole episode with 11 and her gang there. But yeah, like she wasn't in it enough. It's like what was the whole point of introducing her like that and then not have her in it and then alright, okay, she'll be a big character in 3. I hope so. I mean, they have confirmed the season 3, so yeah, hopefully but she has a really cool power that how she can make people see things that aren't there, you know. Playing Nance and Jonathan. Oh, those guys, yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, Jonathan, I'm not sure about Jonathan, to be honest. I mean, what's the other guy, her first fella? The, is it Steve? Is that the one that had a baseball bat? Is it Steve? You know, I mean, granted, he might have been like the nicest person ever, or whatever, but you know, he wasn't a bad guy. You know, he might have had his flaws, but you know, he wasn't a bad guy. Yeah, it was Steve. Okay, cool, cool, cool. But yeah, and Steve was like helping out the kids, like with a baseball bat. Like he just gets the baseball bat out the trunk to fight the Demogorgons. How cool is that, right? How cool is that? Oh, the bully guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the bully. But you know what? I thought that I mean, the character's definitely an arsehole. But you know what? That was a needed role, I felt, because the girl Max, you know, the new character. I felt she's one of the strongest new characters in my opinion, but possibly my favorite new character actually. But I liked what they did with her character, how she's coming from that kind of family and that kind of relationship with her stepbrother, and then how he is towards her friends and how that kind of plays out. So yeah, I like what they did with that. It was definitely an arsehole, and he played it well. But I felt it was needed to make Max's character stronger. And so yeah, I liked it. That's who plays Hopper the Cop. I don't know his name. I hated the actor till I see the show. Yeah, Mad Max is the bee's knees indeed. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. I can't remember his name right now either, actually. Apparently he's a gamer. I saw him on he was on GameSpot talking about games. I can't remember what he said. He was talking about favorite game or something like that. But yeah, apparently he's quite into games. But yeah, I can't remember his name right now either. The one that was looking after 11. Yeah, and I like how they introduced Mad Max as well, because like when they saw her name on the arcade machine, and they were like, "Oh, he's gonna be a guy. He's gonna be a guy." And I hope when they done that, I was like, "Yeah, you know it's gonna be a girl. You know it's gonna be a girl." As soon as they done, I was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be a girl. It's gonna be a girl." But still, it's very much 80s, you know, the whole arcade thing. Caleb McCullough. He's good in The Equalizer with Denzel. Okay, I haven't seen that. In fact, I think that's the only thing that I've seen him in, actually. Stranger Things. Don't think I've seen him in anything else. And of course, there's a Winona Ryder, Will's mom. Will doesn't seem to do much though. I mean, I know in the first season he was like practically not there because, you know, that whole thing happened. But even in this season, like, he seems to take like quite a back seat. So is the Shadow Monster. So is the Shadow Monster a demon? I'm not sure what it is actually. I mean, it could be something created or otherworldly, but I don't think they've fully explained exactly what it is. At least I don't think. If they have, I might have missed that bit. So I've done DMT and went to the 11th of 12 realms as a hippie told me when I described to him my output experience. Okay. And what did you see in the 11th of the 12th realm and the 11th realm? Did you see Demogorgons and Shadow Monsters? I just saw stars and colors.
Okay,
oh, excuse me. Just saw stars and colors everywhere. I was a star myself.
Perfect. Thanks, Google. Google.
What's DMT, by the way?
Google Home
I don't think
is
I've heard of that.
automatic.
And if I have, I don't know
Millions
those
of
initials.
playlists instantly using just your voice. Flip tracks while you flip pancakes or mob to hip hop. You say Google Home plays.
Oh, I think I found it actually.
First time ever, it's free for
Um,
everyone.
Dime Thrill.
Easy popper playlist on
Wait,
Spotify.
I don't even know if I can read this.
To get started with Google Home.
Dime
Now available
Phil.
on Spotify.
No, Dime Phil Tryptamine. Yo, JT, what up, homie? JT VJ's in the house. There, you got it there. Dime Phil Tryptamine. Hey, 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 how you doing, JT? Okay, how you got it broken down? Okay, dimethyltryptamine. Okay, dimethyltryptamine. Okay, that's the phonetic way. Dimethyltryptamine. Okay, appreciate that. It's what makes you dream in your sleep. Okay, I've got to hear that's a hallucinogenic drug, which means you're likely to experience a distorted view of objects and reality, and it can cause hallucinations. Well, I mean, being a hallucinogenic, I guess it would cause hallucinations. Its effects are similar to LSD and magic mushrooms. As with LSD, some people refer to using DMT as tripping, hence near-death experiences. You experience DMT trip at birth when you die. Well, how do people know you experience that when you die? You know, like how would nobody? It's not like everybody's coming back to report what's happening. So how do you know you'd experience that feeling? And what happens if you get shot in the head? Do you still experience DMT when you die? If you die instantly? I mean, how do you know this? How do people know this? I didn't know about the birth thing. It's neat. People have come back from death many times now, and enough for us to study it. Well, here's the thing. Can you really come back from death? I mean, if you came back, was you really? Because there's a difference between being dead and being clinically dead. You know, where they might switch off your machine and declare you dead, but you're not necessarily actually dead. You know what I mean? So what's clinically dead and what's actually dead aren't quite the same thing. So yeah, people have come back from being clinically dead, but that's not the same as being, dead. Like, you could be theoretically speaking about to die, but that doesn't mean you're dead. But that's not dead. I mean, maybe this ditryptamine is something that you experience, but when you actually dead, it's like, who knows what you experience, you know? I was backstage for 32 seconds after mixing uppers and downers at a party once, and my heart stopped. 32 seconds. That's the thing. I feel like doctors are just a bit too eager, to be honest, with these things. It's like, try a little bit. 32 seconds. It's like, come on, try. You could push down a little bit longer. You know what I mean? 32 seconds. Don't give up that too easy. I think doctors. I mean, here's the thing. Like, there's this case right now in the UK where there's these parents want to take their child to a hospital in Italy to get this treatment, and the government won't let them take the child, because the doctors are saying that the child is dying and there's nothing that can save him. But there's this treatment that could apparently possibly work, but they won't let it do it because the doctors are saying no. I feel like doctors sometimes a bit too eager to pronounce somebody as something and just not go back on their word, because a lot of people have been diagnosed as something and it turns out to be either an incorrect diagnosis, or when people who are told they'll never walk again have walked again, even gone running. So like, I don't know, doctors might be just a little bit too eager sometimes when they're giving these diagnoses. Oh, he's dead. It's like, okay, and 32 seconds later you start breathing again. Well, clearly he wasn't dead. I don't know, man. Can't trust doctors sometimes. Just saying. They There was a process that may be stopped, basically. That may be stopped. And the doctors don't see it the way you do. I guess not. I guess not. I'm just saying though, because if a doctor pronounces somebody dead, and everybody's all like preparing to, like, you know, they turn off the machines and preparing to unplug everything, preparing to, like, you know, get them cremated or whatever it may be, and then obviously just start breathing. It's like, wait a minute, you clearly didn't check something. You know what I mean? It's like, well, you know, you might have missed something here. You just told me he was dead, and now this guy's breathing on his own, and, you know. It's for their records and such. Oh wait, they see the subtlety of it. When they think dead, they don't mind if people are upset about the timing. Yeah, I guess not. It's for their records and such. I bet they don't turn off the lights and close blinds instantly. You know what? There have been cases where they've turned off machines after someone's pronounced dead, and yeah, the person started breathing afterwards. Get the janitor to clean up 5 seconds later. He's dead. Bung him in the oven. Hey! Hey! Actually, I do believe that happening. Humans aren't perfect. Well, that's true. I mean, like, you know, nobody's perfect, and whether, you know, doctors or whatever, nobody's perfect. I just think that there are more than enough times where, whether it's, I mean, you don't know whether it's negligence on somebody's parts or whether it's just a genuine mistake, because sometimes things could appear one way, but it actually be another way. So it could be just that, right? Where they're giving you their honest opinion based on what they actually can see. But it just turns out something else happened that you just couldn't, you know, see through nobody's fault. It just is what it is. So there's any number of things that can happen, you know. And yeah, I just think it's important to bear that in mind when you are getting diagnoses from doctors or anywhere really. Just it's not that they don't know what they're talking about, but they're not always going to be right, you know. That kid being sent to a non-supported medical practice is a floodgate that can't be opened, in my opinion, not that easily. It comes down to protecting the population, to allowing them to feel free. Yeah, I mean, I know there's all the legal stuff, and to be honest, I don't know exactly what the legal things are. I'm sure you probably know more about it than I do. But the way I see it is this, is that if they raise the money privately to take their child to another country to get treatment, even if that treatment, and I accept that, you know, the treatment might not work and that it's very experimental and all that sort of stuff, you know, and there's a high possibility that the kid could end up dying on the table over there, or maybe even before he gets there. But if they've raised the money privately, they're not asking for government funding, you know, they're not asking for the NHS, they've raised the money themselves, and they're ready to pay to have that little bit of hope for their child, then I thought, like, you know, what's the problem? You know what I mean? What's the problem? Like, if they're asking for government funds, then I get why they might want to say, okay, look, we're not sure about this. But if they've raised the money themselves, yeah, you know, what's the problem? You know, let them spend the money as they see fit. Yeah, really, if it's a legal procedure, then it shouldn't matter, as long as the parents aren't going to be held accountable. You know, there you go. You know, that's, well, I mean, it sounds like I say it anyway. It seems like a simple thing to me. You know, you shouldn't be telling other people what they can do, what kind of treatments their child's gonna have, especially when they're not asking you for the money to pay for the treatment. It's like, yeah, it's a funny law. If it is illegal, like some homeopath, screw that stuff. Homeopath isn't illegal. Is it? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's illegal. I'm sure it's not illegal, is it? Homeopathy and all that stuff like that. I'm sure that's not illegal. No, homeopathy. Okay, who's there? Yeah, it's like I just wondered though if it was like if it was like a royal member, if the kid was like a royal family member, and they wanted to go to this other country to perform this treatment that has a very small chance of working. You know, what would the answer be then? You know what I mean? Like, would it still be a no if it was if it was a royal family member? I get the feeling that probably wouldn't be. You know what I mean? I think if it was something like that, they'd be like, "Oh no, we'll have to go then." Well, if they want to choose to not treat their child, well, if they chose to not treat their child, that's not something I could support. To be honest, I mean, I would. In fact, I feel like I believe that comes under negligence. Actually, I'm not sure. I mean, I won't say for sure because I don't know exactly. But I believe if your child is sick and you refuse, because I believe there's been cases where, you know, they found children in people's houses and, you know, the children are like mad sick because the parents haven't taken them to any kind of doctors or hospitals or anything, and it's come under negligence. So yeah, I think it is illegal. I believe it is illegal to do that. But in this case, it's not the parents refusing treatment, it's the government. It's fine when the government refuses treatment for your child, but if you refuse treatment for your child, it's like, no, that you go to jail. So basically, it still has to be regulated by the government, no matter what medical institution. Yeah, no, it does. I mean, I don't disagree with you. I just feel like if it's their money, then let them do it, you know. Because I feel like if it was a case where they were asking the government for money, like if they're asking to do it on the NHS, and then they were like, look, it's a higher likely success rate. We're not even sure if this practice is even legal or not, you know. So I guess I could understand it in those cases. But if it's like you raise the money yourself, you're doing it privately, it shouldn't be an issue. If it works, great. If not, then, well, it didn't cost the government anything. I don't know, it's odd, but I do sort of think if someone wants to die, they should be allowed. But if they risk their child's life, I don't know. It sounds like this kid wasn't at risk of dying by trying this, so it was definitely a stupid case, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the kids, from what I understand, and I'm not fully read up on this, but I'm fully well versed on this. But from what I understand, the kid is he's terminally ill, so there's a good chance he's going to die anyway. Apparently that's a high possibility he's going to die anyway. And this treatment that they're trying to get might not work, but it has maybe a small chance of working. And it's like the parents want to do it. I don't know how old the kid is. I think it's a really young child. I don't know how old he is though, but it's a really young child, I think. Yeah, it's like their parents want to do it. I think they've got the money privately. I don't believe they raise it through. At least from my understanding, like I say, I might be messing up details, but I believe they've raised the money privately, but they're just being refused the treatment. It was just the government saying no, you can't do it, and it's like, yeah. Euthanasias are one of those, another thing as well, but yeah. I think it should be allowed to die. But yeah, DMT. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, wasn't it? Yeah, DMT. If we get into I love euthanasia. Isn't that a rock band or something? I love euthanasia. Yeah, I love euthanasia too. I'm not too sure about the old people over there though. Yeah, to be honest, I don't have too much of an opinion on you. I mean, I know what it is clearly, but well, maybe not clearly, but I do know what it is. But I don't really have much of an opinion on it. I mean, if it's something that somebody genuinely wants, I mean, personally, I don't think it's something that I would want to do. I don't think it's something that I would choose myself. At least in my mind, I don't think I would. But you know, I'm not going to try and dictate someone else's choices. So I love the Ali G skit. Why do you think the youth in Asia should be making decisions? Who lives or dies? Yeah.
I had to be rescued from a children's soft play area.
Whether you're a sleepyhead, sluggish, or grouchy, there's now a limited edition Snickers that fits your mood.
One of my favorite shows ever. Yeah, Ali G.
You when you're hungry.
Oh man, that was old school, man. That was what, 2000 something? Ali G, was it? Yeah, it started off as like it started off as a little bit on a Sunday show, and then it became its own show. And then Sacha Baron Cohen is now a big movie star, so he's done alright for himself, hasn't he? He's done alright for himself. Do you remember Dennis Pennis? Because that was a big thing before Ali G. There was a guy called Dennis Pennis, and Ali G seems to have done what Dennis Pennis did, but did it in a was maybe a bit smarter. Well, I say smarter. He did it a different way. I don't know actually. Okay, well, Dennis Pennis. So way before Ali G, maybe way before, at least a good few years before Ali G, there was a guy called Dennis Pennis. And what Dennis Pennis would do is that he would go up to celebrities like on a red carpet and that sort of thing, and he would like make these like really rude jokes towards them. Not always rude. I mean, sometimes they're just genuinely good, funny jokes. But yeah, a lot of them were quite rude jokes. A lot of them were really just out there. And a lot of celebrities did not like it. You know, some would laugh it off. Some saw the humor in it. You know, some, that kind of thing. But yeah, a lot of them did not like it. But he would come across, he'd have the BBC microphone, so they'd think, oh, BBC. And he would either get to say something stupid without them realizing, or he would make a joke that was just like so out there, And the problem with Dennis Pennis is that he got too recognized. Eventually, people started recognizing who he is, and I said a lot of celebrities didn't like what he was doing, so they would say him and they could ignore him. So in the beginning, it was really funny because nobody knew who he was. He would go up to people and he'd make jokes. Towards the end, it's because everyone's recognized him. It just got so sad because he'd be trying to shout his jokes out over the thing, and then eventually be like, oh, the joke I was trying to tell was this, and it just wasn't the same. You know what I mean? He'd come to the camera afterwards and go, well, what I was trying to say was da-da-da, and yeah. It was funny when he was able to get up to them, but he just got too recognized. So Ali G, being what Sacha Baron did, is that he had different characters, and then he'll change costumes and stuff, and that gave them longevity. So it worked for him. I've seen his face before. I watched some. Oh, that's Right Manly original. Yeah. Trolling before it was called trolling. Exactly it. But yeah, if you look up Dennis Pennis, I'm sure you can find some old Dennis Pennis clips on YouTube. But yeah, man, definitely worth checking out, man. Yeah, Shrash. My name is Borat. Yeah. Borat movie was just something else, wasn't it? That was just, oh man. That movie was, That movie was, it was a lot. Let me put it that way. It was a lot. I look at going on a date to see Borat worked well, which is like this all the time. Oh, right up in your face. Oh, turning towards. Oh, I was just there like that. Yeah, that's right, baby. That's right. All right. Pineapple Express. Hope you guys enjoyed the movie. If you're watching the movie, hope you enjoyed it. Well, she was messed up. I missed that girl. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. She was in terms of that kind of... Right. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, that was... What I liked about that movie, I liked that... Yeah, I knew about Borat, before, and I knew what he, Sacha Baron Cohen and what he does. So I knew that going into the movie that a lot of it is going to be staged, right? But here's the thing: I was watching the movie, like, I'm not sure that this is staged. Like, even as somebody who kind of knows what he does, I'm thinking, I don't know, like that bit with Pamela Anderson, for example. I was like, that's gotta be staged, right? That's gotta be staged. But the way it was done, I was like, you know what? Was that? Nah, that can't be real. That can't be real. Because if that was real, he'd be in jail. You know what I mean? If that was real, he'd be in prison by now. You'd see me in the newspaper, Sacha Baron Cohen getting arrested for stunt on Pamela Anderson. That can't have been real. But the way it was filmed, the way it was done, I was like, nah, maybe, nah, possibly, nah, maybe, could it be, nah. I know it definitely was set up, but I don't know if the details were known. That could be it. Maybe like they told her something's gonna happen, you know, maybe something's gonna she must have known about somebody trying to run off with her, but maybe they didn't give exact details to get certain elements of surprise in there as well, you know. Like Pam not have known what was included exactly. Yeah, maybe I think that could be it. That could be it. Part staged, part unstaged. And the building had to know, but maybe employees didn't. It would be neat to see a documentary about Sacha Baron Cohen. Yeah, especially like a making of or something where he reveals once and for all what exactly happened there. Did they ever finish that Queen biopic? Were they making a Queen biopic? I don't think that's something I even knew about. Were they making a Queen biopic? Oh, actually, no, I did hear about that. I don't know if they finished it, but yes, I remember now. I remember hearing about it. I don't read much on the whole story, but yeah. Department Project. Okay. It would have been great so long as the singing looks right. Yeah, I think he was supposed to be Freddie Mercury, wasn't he? He kind of looks like Freddie Mercury as well with that Borat moustache. he could have pulled a Freddie Mercury. Let's see what he's working on now. Mandrake the Magician. Mandrake. Is it Mandrake from Defenders of the Earth? Defenders. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, so that was Pineapple Express, ladies and gentlemen of the village. If you were watching it along, hope you enjoyed it. If you was not watching it along, hope you enjoyed the chat. Well, I hope you enjoyed the chat anyway, but you're watching it along or not. I've had some fun today. What's the time now? Almost 10:30. Oh, I'm not sure if you guys have seen this. You might have seen it if you follow me on my Instagram. Follow me on my Instagram. But yeah, that's my latest Funko Pop figure. If you recognize this young lady here. It's a bit out of focus right now. The autofocus. Oh, there we go. There's it. Oh, it's out of focus again. Love Judd. I can't even read right now. Love Judd Apatow movies. Got it. Yeah, they're okay. I mean, I haven't seen. Probably haven't seen most of them. I'm sure. I've seen a few. But yeah, they're okay. I mean, Pineapple Express was okay. I mean, here's the thing though. The first time I watched this movie, I'm pretty sure I laughed a lot. But I don't know. I watched it again last week, and it just didn't seem as funny as I remembered it. And I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it's a decent movie. I still enjoyed it, but sweet. She's still sexy. One shot, one kill. Yeah, I might just mess around and get a whole bunch of these Funko Pops. Actually, I've got quite a few already. Actually, I've got 1, 2, 3, 6, 8. So I've got 8 already. Most of them are Street Fighter action figures, toys. Most of them are Street Fighter toys. I've got let's see. Let me go with my collection right now, real quick, and bring them out. So there, we've got Blanca. I've got Chun-Li. I have Cammy. I don't laugh at the Seth James Franco parts much anymore in that movie, but the side character stuff is wild. Yeah, like Craig Robinson and I can't remember the other guy's name, but their parts they're pretty funny. Ryu, Ken Masters, and then those are Street Fighter ones, and then I have Killmonger from Black Panther. I don't have Black Panther. I might get him eventually. I have Bob. Speaking of Stranger Things, I got Bob from Stranger Things. Bob never dies. Remember that. I've got a video coming out on that, by the way. Bob never dies. Look out for a video on a comedy channel in I think about a week or two. Bob never dies. Look out for that. Starring this young lady. And then, well, yeah, and then Widowmaker, which I just showed. So yeah, that's my entire Funko Pop collection right now. I might get a whole bunch of these. I've got like a long list on my Amazon wish list of Funko Pops that I want to get. So yeah, I might just get a whole bunch more. Yes, I hope they somehow find a way to bring her back. Indeed, man, indeed. Bob never dies. That's I need to get that hashtag trending. Bob never dies. I don't know even if she's a ghost. Yeah, I mean, something, man. Gotta be something. Something. I mean, they brought Obi-Wan Kenobi back a bunch of times, and they brought Letty back in the Fast and Furious franchise. So yeah, it can be done. It can. In fact, Will came back. You know, so yeah, it can be done. It can be done. We want Bob. We want Bob. Season 3, the return of Bob. That's what we should. That's what it should be. Season 3, return of Bob. Barbara, Barbara, go Gality, go Barbara. Barbara Holland. We want Bob. All right, so tomorrow I plan on watching the Avengers. I can't wait, man. I'm so excited. I'm really looking forward to it. 10 years in the making. Well, not quite, but you know. I cannot wait. I've seen all the MCU movies now. I watched Thor Ragnarok on Sunday, last week Sunday. So I'm up to date. I'm caught up on all the MCU movies, and even Spider-Man, even though it's technically not an MCU movie, but I've watched this, and it's an awesome film anyway. So I watched this. You should see Spider-Man if you've not seen this already. Great movie. Great movie. I really like this movie. But yeah, I'm all caught up, so I'm looking forward to Saturday. Got the gallery, got the IMAX, 3D IMAX. Woo! Listen, this is Avengers. Man's got to do this properly. You done know. I might say tomorrow. I just need Black Panther to see. Definitely see Black Panther. Definitely see Black Panther. This guy, Killmonger, and Black Panther. I won't say anything, but it's a great film. It's a great film. I really enjoyed it. I'll say Black Panther, in all honesty, is amongst the... I'll say it's definitely amongst the best, if not the best. And when I say best, I know these terms are very subjective, but in terms of just being a great action movie, having a good action, good story, going, you know, quite deep with the story at times as well. You know, it hits quite a few different points throughout the film. And it does it all well. It does it all very well. So, yeah, Black Panther is definitely up there with one of my favorite MCU movies. So, yeah, definitely worth watching, man. Definitely worth watching. I think I can still say it. I doubt too much happens in Black Panther. I might spoil it for myself. From what I can gather, bear in mind that I've avoided a lot of the Infinity Wars trailers, so I might be not understanding something, and if that's the case, good. I just want to watch the movie. But I don't think you'll need to see Black Panther before Infinity Wars. That being said, I I think some parts of Infinity Wars are set in Wakanda. But yeah, that doesn't mean you need. But then, but the thing, here's the thing: I don't think you need to see any of the movies before Infinity Wars, because usually with these types of movies, you know, especially with the big sort of sequels and stuff, they give you enough backstory so that you're not confused, right? So I feel like even if you haven't seen any of the MCU movies, if you just went straight into Infinity Wars, you'll most likely be given enough backstory so that you understand what's going on in this film and why things are the way they are without being too lost. I mean, of course, if you have seen the movies, you get a little bit more out of it, but I don't think anybody's going to be lost completely going in if they've missed a movie here or there or just not seen any of them. You know, sequels these days, especially big budget movie sequels like this, they kind of just cover you as much as you need to know in the beginning parts, and then, you know, do the rest of the movie so you're like, okay, cool, let's just go from here. Like spoil the story that ties to the overarching story. I'm not too concerned. I'm sure Andy Serkis, the weapons guy, plays into it a bit, and him being a part of the team. This is the only one I haven't seen, so I should be fine. Yo, Ms. Brown, hi. How you doing, Ms. Brown? I think you should be fine. But yeah, definitely you should see Black Panther. It's a great film. How you doing, Ms. Brown? Welcome to our live stream. We just watched Pineapple Express. Just wrapping up now, but we're talking about some movies that we're about to see and that we should see. I'm about to see Infinity Wars. About to see Infinity Wars tomorrow. So we're just saying that Black Panther is a movie that you should definitely see. Have you seen Black Panther, Ms. Brown? I'm doing great. How about you? I'm doing awesome. Thank you for asking, Ms. Brown. I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. But yeah, no, I'm in a good mood, you know. I really am. So here's my plan for tomorrow. Wake up, vacuum, wake up, vacuum, exercise for an hour and a half. I gotta do legs, mostly legs, push-ups, sit-ups, but yeah, mostly work on the legs. That's an hour and a half. Wash, because, you know, gonna be sweating. Piano practice for an hour and a half. Live stream from 8:30 GMT. We've got a live stream from 8:30. Better Gaming live stream 8:30 till about maybe 11:30ish. God of War playing. We've got playing God of War, and then it's all about preparing for Infinity Wars. Just make sure I'm rested up, so I don't want to fall asleep in the cinema. You know what I mean? Because sometimes, even in good movies, if you're too tired, you might fall asleep. So I'll make sure I'm going to rest it up, so I'm not falling asleep or even close or anything. But yes, ooh. And it's my cheat day tomorrow as well. So ooh, looking forward to it, man. Looking forward. Exercise, yeah. I try to exercise regular. I do about 4 hours a week. So I do 1 hour on a Wednesday. Hour and a half on a Saturday and an hour and a half on Sunday. So yeah, about 4 hours a week exercise. That's my weekly routine. You fancy yourself a pianist there, do you? That is exciting there. Well, I mean, you know, I could that's my keyboard there, if you could see it. Oh, I think it might be no extra, yeah. But yeah, you know, I've been practicing for a while, for a few years, you know, about 3.5 years. You know, I could knock out a tune here and there. You know, I could pluck out a few notes here and there. You know. No, I mean, I'm no expert or anything, but you know, I enjoy playing. I enjoy practicing and learning the songs and things like that. And you know, so yeah, it's so far so good with it. So far so good. I'm eating too much ice cream. I'm growing an ice cream baby. Oh, gotta be careful with that. I play but very badly. I've never practiced, but it's beautiful no matter what. Indeed. Whatever you can do, man. Whatever you can do. Yeah, you know, you gotta be careful with ice cream though. I do like a good ice cream. But I might even have some ice cream tomorrow. Actually, I haven't had ice cream for ages, boy. But you gotta be careful with ice cream now, because the thing with ice cream, it's high sugar. And if you have too much of it, you can get diabetes. In fact, I think it was the founder of Ben and Jerry's. Not Ben and Jerry's. Was it Ben and Jerry's or Haagen-Dazs? I can't remember which one it was. But one of these big ice cream companies, it might not be Ben and Jerry's actually, but I think it might be Baskin and Robbins. Baskin Robbins. Yeah, I think my Baskin Robbins. But yeah, one of these old ice cream companies, the founder of one of these old ice cream actually died of diabetes. So yeah, you got to be careful with ice cream. If you have too much of it, it can mess you up. It can mess you up. So yeah, be careful out there. Have ice cream every night. Yeah. Yeah. So how's the ice cream baby coming on? You getting ready to give birth? Yeah, I think it might be Baskin Robbins actually. I don't think it's Ben & Jerry's. I think Ben & Jerry's are more. I think they started in the. I'm not sure what they started. I think they're a bit more later, but it's an old. It's like because it happened in like the 40s or 50s or stuff like that. So I think it might be Baskin Robbins. I think. But yeah, I remember it's something that I heard about on the TV or one of these like documentaries. They were talking about ice cream, and they were saying that the founder of one of these companies ended up dying of diabetes. So yeah, you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful, man. Hey, soft serve later. Yeah, my favorite is breaking. Ice leaking. Oh, I might have some ice cream tomorrow, man. I haven't had ice cream in such a long time. I do like ice cream though. I like ice cream when it's like, you know, not when it's soft, but not like dripping. You know what I mean? Like when it's too hard, you can't do anything with it. But when it's just soft enough for you to like, so you could like lick it and enjoy it. But when it's too soft and it starts melting, dripping, yeah, it's just messy. You know, I like it when it's just like. It's just like, you know, just a little bit soft. Not too loose, but just a little bit soft. Haagen-Dazs make good ice cream. I could eat Haagen-Dazs all day. I mean, I won't. but boy, I might. Ooh, Haagen-Dazs, man. Hopefully they got some Haagen-Dazs there. Haagen-Dazs strawberry cheesecake. That's the good stuff, man. Yeah, chocolate with nuts inside. Steady. But yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow, man. I am looking forward till tomorrow. I'm gonna have me a ball. But yeah, on Sunday it goes back to my healthy eating thing. Because I went to the dentist some weeks back, and they told me that I've got a cavity, infection, not infection, and what's the word they used? Infection? No. What do they call it? I got something wrong with my tooth. I got a hole in my tooth. Anyway, show me your teeth. I've got nasty teeth, man. You don't see that. No, it's like when you get a hole in your teeth on the inside. What's it called? A cavity. It's like a cavity, but it's on the inside of your tooth, right? Yeah, I think it's infection. I'm sure it's what they use, infection. Anyway, but they got it's like you got a hole, but yeah, it's like a cavity, but inside your tooth, so you can't see it on the outside because it's literally just inside. And I had one of those, and I've had issues with my teeth in the past. But yeah, when I went there, because I thought this time I'm gonna be okay, because what I've been doing, I've been eating a lot of donuts and cakes and things, but I'll eat a donut and then brush my teeth right afterwards. So I thought I was gonna be okay. And then they were like, nah, you got this cavity thing, or you know, whatever it's called. And I was like, damn. So they sorted it out. So I went back to the dentist, and they put like a filling inside and another one as well, and one other tooth as well. I was like, you know what, I can't do this, man. I gotta fix up. I gotta do it and stick to it this time round. You know what I mean? I can't just do it, because I've done it before when I've come off it, and I've got to do it and stick to it. So this time I'm planning things where it's like, okay, I'm gonna plan when my cheat days are. So tomorrow's my cheat day, but after that, back to low sugar, low saturated fat, and low salt for the majority of my food. But yeah, that's I've got to stick to that, man. That's just me from that. In fact, in the last few weeks since I've been doing this, I've actually lost nearly a stone on body fat. Yeah, nearly a whole stone. So it's about 10 pounds, 12 pounds. Show your abs. Nah, not just yet. Not just yet, Ms. Brown. Not just yet, Ms. Brown. I don't think you two will like it too much. So maybe another time. Maybe another time. Sugars are so tasty and evil. Ooh, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? But yeah, no, I've got to stick to that, man. Gotta fix up. Gotta fix up. So yeah, tomorrow's my cheat day. My next cheat day after tomorrow is July 4th. And then we'll see after that. I might not do it again till Christmas time, but we'll see. We'll see. But I gotta make sure they're at least a month apart. That's the thing. Yo, Sick Absolution, what up, homie? Ooh. You'll be truly independent on July 4th. Indeed. July 4th is American Independence Day, but it's also something else happened on July 4th. Just saying. Just saying. There's something else that happens on July 4th that Will Smith saved us from the aliens that day. Yep, that he did. Yep, indeed he did. July 4th will not be just American Independence Day, but the World Independence Day. Oh, that's a great movie, isn't it? That is a fantastic film. Of course, I make the stream right at the end. Oh, so good, Mr. Singh. So good. You know, whether like I say, you know, whether you can stay for a little bit, stay for a little bit, it's all appreciated. Whether you come at the beginning, come in the middle, come in the end. That sounded a lot dirtier than I intended it to, but it is what it is. I don't know if I can say it another way, but it is what it is. But yeah, anytime you can come through, it's all appreciated, man. How's life? Ask any questions, he'll stay. Will I now? Will I? Came at the end. Life's great, Ms. Brown. Life's great. You know, I started a new job this week, and that's been going okay. But yeah, life's great. Life's great. You know, so need to earn me some money. Earn me some money so I can do this YouTube thing a lot better. Cause that's the plan, to do this YouTube thing. Man's on this YouTube thing, you get me? So what's your social security credit score? Well, actually, we don't have social security. Our equivalent is called a national insurance number. That's what we have. That's the equivalent, national insurance number. My credit score, I don't know actually. I haven't checked it for a long time. I think I'm pretty good with credit though. I think I'm pretty good because I haven't owed money for a long time. And I've never been in any kind of real debt, you know, like where you have to like sell your house type thing. I've never been in any kind of sort of crushing debt like that. So I think my credit score is pretty good, but I don't know what the actual number or whatever they measure it in is. Give half to me. Mother's maiden name. We need your name, number, serial number, how tall you are, whether you're susceptible for any diseases, whether you want something crazy like a pineapple. What is best in life? What is best in life? Well, just happiness, isn't it? Give me your digits. Okay, well here's 5 of them. A pineapple, yeah. You know what it is? It's there's this old thing that I heard ages ago where this guy, he's doing an impression of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it's Arnold Schwarzenegger's. It's called something like Arnold Schwarzenegger's telephone answer phone message, right? But it's this guy doing an impression of Arnold Schwarzenegger. And he's just saying stuff like, yeah, give me your name, number, serial number, how tall you are, whether you're susceptible to any disease. Oh, and that was it. It was Arnold Schwarzenegger's phone message on a pizza company. It was like if you call this pizza company called Islands Pizza, and then Arnold Schwarzenegger leaves a message for you. That was the setup. And I was like, yeah, this is Island Pizza. So he's like, yeah, tell me what you want. If you want something, if you want, no, what does he say? If you want a pineapple, we put the pineapple. No, if you want the pepperoni, you put the pepperoni in your pizza. If you want something crazy like a pineapple, then I take the pizza and I punch it through your face. But yeah, this is proper old. Like, it's like back in the early days of the internet that I heard it. I don't know if you can find it anymore. I'm sure it's around somewhere if you dig deep enough. But yeah, it's just something that I found years and years ago that just, well, clearly stuck in my head till now. Crush your enemies. Are you single? Well, Ms. Brown. I think Ms. Brown wants to change her last name to Ms. Haze, huh? Or Mrs. Haze. Ms. Brown wants to become Mrs. Haze. Is that what I'm detecting? Is that what I'm detecting? I'm only teasing. I'm single. I am. Maybe not for very much longer though. Maybe there's somebody out there that I might be asking out soon. Maybe. Maybe she'll say yes. Maybe she'll say no. We'll see. The broccoli one. I forgot about that. That might be actually, yeah. I think that might be it. But it was like way back in the day when there was a lot of these like prank calls and where people like call you up and pretend to be celebrities. Like there's a lot of Arnold Schwarzenegger prank calls going around where they'll take like clips from Arnold Schwarzenegger movies and they call people up and use like a soundboard to answer questions. So it'd be like Arnold Schwarzenegger voice saying things like, "Who is your daddy and what does he do?" And there'd be someone on the phone going, "Why are you asking about my daddy? Why are you asking about my daddy?" Oh, people do some crazy stuff, but people do some crazy stuff now actually. So yeah, I guess not much has changed there. Ms. Brown has changed her surname to Mrs. Haze. Well, I don't know who Haze is. Who's Hayes? Who's that? Who's this Haze? Listen, it's H-A-Z-E. H-A-Z-E, not H-A-Y-E-S. Haze, Who's this Haze? I demand to know. Nah, H-A-Z-E, that's me. H-A-Z-E. Azers and ownage pranks. Yeah, I don't remember the Azers, but I remember the ownage pranks. Or do I remember the ownage pranks? That sounds familiar anyway. Is that your first name, Isaac? Oh, sorry, I remember that wrong. Is your first name Isaac Hayes? Ms. Hayes. There you go. That's better. That's better. Welcome to the village, Ms. Brown. Ms. Hayes. Are you buying me a diamond ring? Probably not, actually. Probably not, I'd be honest. Probably not. Call me wifey. I'll call you Wi-Fi. I might get you an onion ring. I don't know if that counts. I mean, I'm very cheap. You should know that, by the way. I'm very, very cheap. I don't like spending money on other people. So I might get you like an onion ring. One of those ones you get at the crisp packets. Those onion ring crisps. So not even like the onion rings that you get from like, KFC or, Burger King, whatever. Like, not even those onion rings. But like one of those onion rings that you get. Like, these bars crisp packets and they come like onion rings. And you get one of those. So you have to be careful you don't squeeze your hand because you'll crush it. You have to walk around with your hand like this all day. Smell of onion rings. That's how I roll. That's how I roll. Just following her out. Oh yeah. All right. You know what? I've got to go to bed now. It's getting late. I need to sleep. Make sure I get my hours. Yeah, Ms. Brown, you got yourself a cottage in the village. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy your stay in here. Hope you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And to all the talkers and the stalkers, anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Because we do live streams. The next live stream tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. GMT. There's a time zone converter. There's a link to a time zone converter in the description if you need to change for what time it is in your part of the world. But yeah, 8:30 a.m. GMT. So it's a morning time for me, but it might be really early for some of you, or maybe a bit later in the day for some of you. But yeah, 8:30 a.m. GMT tomorrow. Yo, Wagwan Frozen Gamer, how you doing, my man? Big up, brah. But yeah, also some of you guys are new, like Ms. Brown, Ms. Haze. I have a comedy channel over at youtube.com/banditshaze where I post videos twice a week, comedy videos twice a week. Next one is due out tomorrow, so yeah, make sure you subscribe to that channel as well. Link is in the description, but I'll make it easier for you, Ms. Brown. In lieu, because I didn't get you a diamond ring, I'm going to put a link up for you to just click to make that easy for you, because I'm considerate. I'm considerate at least. I might not get diamond rings, but I'm a considerate person. So I'm going to put the link up here to make that a little bit easier for you to click. Well up, awesome dude. How you doing? Yeah, that's a link to my comedy channel. So yeah, click over there, subscribe to that. New video out tomorrow talking about 3 types of school kids. That's what I'm talking about, the types of school kids. So for those of you who are in school, or those of you who have been to school, maybe you can relate to the video that's out tomorrow. But yeah, 3 types of school kids over on the comedy channel tomorrow, so look out for that. Subscribed. I appreciate that, Ms. Brown. Thank you for that. Big up, Ms. Brown. Big up. Frozen hair, what up? Yeah, everyone rolling in the last minute. Hey, it's how it goes sometimes. I'm not sure if London has villages. Oh, London has plenty of villages. And this village, by the way, our village is worldwide. You don't know. Our village is worldwide. We got people in America, people in Canada, people in India, people in Russia, people in all over the world, man. All over the world. Australia, France. You know what I mean? We got people all over the world. So yeah, the village is worldwide. The village is worldwide. Gotta throw your hands up if you've had enough. My village is worldwide. Yeah, man. Yeah, sings in school. So yeah, hopefully you can relate to it. Anybody who's in school or anybody who's been to school, you know, or even if you've never been to school at all, just watch it anyway. I need the views. Oh yeah, Mrs. Haze. My bad, Mrs. Haze. I learned the Turkish Maccabi. What was that? Maccaboya. Okay, so we just learned. Okay, cool. March. I can't even read that. March Boya. March Turkish March Boya. Okay. This round awesome. Hopefully we'll see you in the comments. Yeah, please come back. You know, God of War tomorrow, AM. So if you could join us for that, be awesome. And Sunday as well, 8:30 AM GMT. If you could join for that, awesome. And then Monday, 8:30 PM GMT. So yeah, if you join for that, that'd be awesome. But yeah, playing God of War, because that's the new game that I've got. Where's my thing? Here we go. Yeah, I've been playing this, enjoying it so far. So far, so good. So far, so good. Haven't streamed before. I'm just about to finish up. So yeah, maybe another couple of minutes while I wrap up. But yeah, should be back tomorrow. Now I mean the Turkish March by Mozart. Oh right, okay, you learnt it. All right, gotcha. Cool. Congratulations on that. Call me wifey, hubby. Wifey. Ms. Brown, wifey now. Wait a minute, Ms. Brown. Have you subscribed to the Bandit Haze channel as well? You know, you have to subscribe to the Bandit Haze channel as well, and then I might call you wifey. Only then. Subscribe to both channels and hit the notification bell. Make sure you watch all my videos. All right, cool. Appreciate that, Ms. Brown. Big up. I'll make it both Saturday and Sunday. Awesome, Sing. All right, guys. To all the talkers and the stalkers, I appreciate you all. Appreciate you and all that you do. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for keeping me company. Whether you stayed for a little bit, whether you stayed for a lot of bits, it's all appreciated. You know, beginning, middle, and end, it's all appreciated. I know I've been gone, but trust me when I said I've been busy. Yeah, it's all good, awesome dude. It's all good. Appreciate you coming through anytime you can. See you at the well. But yeah, appreciate you guys coming through. But yeah, so yeah, hit that sub button. Check out the comedy channel tomorrow. We'll live stream tomorrow morning. But yeah, check out the new comedy video tomorrow about school kids, types of school kids. And also, what was I saying? Here we go. Welcome to the village. Yes, welcome to the village, one and all. But yeah, till whenever, if ever, ladies and gentlemen of the village, I didn't say this yet. The village. Oh, man, I'm missing my own ending. The village is strong because you make it strong, and we're only getting stronger. Hashtag Mrs. Hayes. Get that trending. Get that trending. The village is strong because you make it strong. We're only going strong. We got a little bit strong today as well, so appreciate that, guys. Appreciate that, Mrs. Hayes, Ms. Brown, new member. Big up, big up, big up. All right. Till whenever, if ever. Peace out, y'all.